some tutorials to become a better designer, and today we are going to talk about the magic wand tool. This is going to be a quick video. We're just going to be going over some of the little things that this bad boy can do. I have this photo here. You could download this photo at pixels.com. That's what I use for most of my tutorial pictures. I'm gonna go over here to this toolbar. Before that, let me select, and then let me go to the toolbar. You could go either here, or you could hover and see the shortcut, which is W. And right over here, we have similar tools that we had for the lasso tool. If you're not sure about the lasso tool, I actually have a video that I'll put in the cards. And we have new selection, add, subtract, and intersect. We just need new selection. And the most important thing right here is these over here. And what we have is sample size. Now, what is the sample size? The sample size is how big is that, how big is that size going to be when it clicks. For example, if point sample size is this, it's going to go here. But let's say we have it 31 by 31. It's a bigger sample size. They're choosing more pixels per selection, and I wouldn't recommend touching this because this is actually a similar thing to tolerance, which is something that's always been here. So let's say, for example, that I put the tolerance to, let's say, 60. You see that more is being selected. If I put the tolerance to 3 and I deselect this by Command D, you see that the only thing being selected is that right here. So the lower the tolerance, the less colors it's gonna be clustered together. The bigger the tolerance, the more is being selected. So keep that in mind. You usually want to keep this at the default, and you could always play around with it depending on how big you want it. Usually keeping it around, 30, 32 would be a good selection for your tolerance. Anti-alias, you don't need to touch that. Just keep it on. It's smooth edge transitions. It just helps with the selection. You have continuous. Right here it shows that it samples only continuous pixels. So that means pixels that are right next to the other pixel. If you don't have continuous pixels on, it could randomly pick a selection that's from not around that area. So you want to be able to have a selection that's smooth and everything connects. And then sample all layers, it'll sample all layers, but we only have one layer right now, and we can leave that there. We also have select selection, which creates a selection from the image, and we could click on that. And what it does, it just selects the most prominent image. And right here, the most prominent image is the hand with the toes. And it does its best to select that. And I would say it's fairly accurate. You see that it has gotten this part. But because of this, is probably because this has a little bit of yellow that it didn't select it. And you could easily add the selection here for yourself. We could use the selection like any other selection. We could delete it. We could hold Command Shift J, put it on a new layer, and we could even just add all these different, could add all these different gimmicks and effects to it. I don't know why he's acting a little slow right now, but yeah, we could just add that. You could have a glow to it if you want. Add a stroke if you want, all that good stuff. And that is how you use the magic wand tool. If you got something out of this, click the subscribe button hit the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. We are trying to hit 10,000 subs. I know it's pretty ballsy, but I want to do this using content that I love to make, that I want to make, and hopefully helpful to you. And that is Photoshop tutorials, that's design tutorials, that's design critiques. And I'm really just testing out what you guys like. So please tell me in the comments below what type of content you want to see in the future, and I will make that. 2020 is a very rough year, and I want to make this year at least easy for designers to understand that this is just going to pass. Anything that's happening is going to pass. You're going to get better, and you might as well come out strong and with skills when everything starts to stabilize.